It is a new year. It is a new you. Edge is going to do the first ever Waffle Hour.
I'm not saying the line. Even in 2026, I'm not doing it.
It's a new year. Embrace it.
I'm not embracing it, no.
Grab your knives, grab your forks, and grab your syrup. This is Edge and Sryth's Waffle Hour. Doodly doodly doo.
So 2026 at this point, I will troll the ever living crap out of you this year. I guarantee it. One of us is going to win this, and it's not going to be you. I will take you down with me.
Yeah, probably.
Yes,
But I will go down kicking, screaming, and crying.
that is definitely true. So 2026, new year, new start. Obviously, I'm still doing the VTubing stuff, as you'll see on the screen, and I am still slowly adding stuff to it. But yeah, no, I'm actually for once.
Is it currently on your screen at the moment while we're actually recording this?
Yeah, I
Just
can
out
see
of
myself
question.
talking. Yeah.
Oh, fun. Have you gone ahead and added the additional bits yet?
Well, so I am as a project because obviously someone here wants to watch me suffer with Resident Evil 9. I am
Enjoy your
getting
pain.
my
Your
pain.
pain brings me great amusement.
I am.
That and you do scream like a little girl.
I do scream like a little bitch. Yeah.
And the first swear word of 2026.
Not.
I win.
Do
I win.
you know what? If there was a competition for swear count, I will win that one. If we were to do a competition on who can swear the least, I would do it because I'm competitive anyway.
More than likely, yes.
So no, yeah. Going back to your previous question, I am adding more emotive faces. The problem I have at the moment is I'm trying to get the scary and laughing emotes working well.
I think your top priority should be the FML look.
FML?
My life.
Oh, that face.
I'm not
Right.
swearing. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
So
I'm a
where
good
I'm just
boy.
like done.
I'm a good boy.
So you want a ranting one? Is that what you're saying?
No, just more of a. I am so tired of this shit.
Yep, I can do that. So
I feel like that is needed.
So obviously, a good thing is, so Sryth gave me a wonderful present for my 40th last year. He got me a Stream Deck. So I've been working out how to use the buttons on that to change my faces. And as I am still learning VTubing a little bit, it's kind of fun to kind of mess with that a bit. So yeah, I'll for March, or hopefully before then, in the next hour, I will experiment and show off some of these looks, so that at least I can evolve as it goes along.
Be interesting to see.
Oh yeah, no, I'm enjoying having my face on screen as a VTubing thing. Once I've mastered it, I would like to get to animated with a camera watching my facial expressions, because then I could really add in the deadpan face. But until the thing is, like, there's a lot of plans coming up for this year, which we'll go into maybe later on in the podcast. Because I'm trying to make sure we keep to a kind of this year, try and keep to some kind of format. But
You will keep to a format for about
10 minutes, maybe 5.
I was going to say maybe 2-3 podcasts at most, and then that's it.
We'll go into a ramble.
Derail. It would all derail from there. It's already starting to derail right now.
Yeah. But yeah, no, going back to the thing, there will be more. I will be making more faces and reactions with this, because I do kind of want to get back into streaming this year. And obviously, the last time I streamed a game would have been Resident Evil 6, possibly, with you.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't even streaming, it was recording.
Yeah. We just recorded it because I did the whole poke thing with the little girl, which was weird.
Maybe Resident Evil 6, or maybe it might have been 6 actually, with N7K and the others, or it might be Halo. So this year, I'd like to get back into streaming, absolutely, because there's some games that I do kind of want to show off a little bit this year coming.
Well, you got a much more powerful rig to do it at the moment.
Oh my God, yes. I'm still getting used to it, but the fact that I can do a lot more now compared to before, it is amazing. I'm just looking forward to getting the most out of it and just trying to see what else I can do with it. whether that is doing some 3D modeling now, or whether that is doing some more high tech or more advanced video editing, to just doing more of the 3D model, like for 3D printing. Just this last few years has been great with experimenting, and I want to keep seeing where this goes because I mean, obviously, this is my second PC. The first one I got just before COVID, I think. So I've had it about 5 years, the
Oh,
old one.
blast from the past.
Yeah, I know, right?
Good old bit of COVID.
So yeah, no. This year with a new PC, I want to get a new monitor, new setup, maybe some new mic, maybe a new camera to go with the microphone I've got for recording. The man cave needs an update potentially as well, just for things like just in general, just to kind of get ready for a new year. So lots of exciting things there. So
Yeah.
let's speak of 2026. It's the first podcast of 2026. We haven't done much together because obviously we've both been busy with getting past the festive season and New Year. But how have you been?
Not too bad. I have recently just gone back to Claire Obscure, which obviously I will not mention too much now because it's massive spoilers, but oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
I mean, you can
Did
probably
not.
say you've completed Act Two. We can
Yes, I've
say that.
completed Act 2 and just, like massive plot twists that you just do not see coming. That is all I'm going to say. I mean, let us know, because if you saw it coming, then hats off to you. But apparently, I just can't see the forest for all the bloody trees.
Do you know what? And I say this now because obviously we didn't really we talked a little bit about Claire Obscure, and I did do a mini video for N7 Kate's end of year like reel. I did say that my one of my top games of 2025 was Claire Obscure, and I know I get a lot of love at the Game Awards and everything else. And so probably people might think, well, jumping on the bandwagon a little bit. But to be brutally honest, it's done a lot right with plot, music, the fact that although there's so much content in the game that I haven't to
Do
pay
you know what?
DLC for.
I'm going through it now. Like I said, I've just gone into Act 3, where it just opens up a whole lot more for you, and it's amazing how much they've managed to cram into this game, considering when it like a 5 person project or something.
I think it was like 25, 30 people at the time.
Oh, I was a bit off.
No, that's still a very small number. It was formed from former Ubisoft developers. I believe
Yeah.
they tried to pitch the game to Ubisoft, and they weren't interested in. I think because it was like they were worried about the demographic or the kind of the theme may not hit audiences. And so I think it was
And
over.
how wrong they were.
Well, I guess to show like there's been so many projects that you keep hearing about out there that get cancelled before they can get a chance to show off. And it's a good show of like if you have a passion for something and you generally want to get it out there, you can do it. So
Mm.
I'm hoping this is a good drive for other developers, other small indie groups to give them that confidence to try as well. Because at the moment, I mean, we've done well with Baldur's Gate 3 when that came out a few years back. Um, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 apparently was really good, but I never got a chance to play that.
Yeah,
Um,
I still haven't played that.
but I heard like it kind of, because it came out so early last year, it was meant to be a really good experience. So, do you know what? I probably might give it a go this year because I feel like it needs some love, doesn't it? Um, and just kind of see
Well,
what.
I have the same as you. I've heard lots of good things about it.
Yeah, and to be honest, I should give. I mean, it was like a kind of I mean, my PC wouldn't have been able to probably play it originally, and I was aiming up for Monster Hunter Wilds when that first came out last year. So, yeah, no, I think that if people want to see us playing it or me playing it, let me know below if that's something you think I would enjoy, because I don't know much about it. So it's a medieval style game, first person, as far as I'm aware, and very massive open world, possibly. I think from what I've heard. If that is completely wrong, let me know because I haven't looked much into it, and I do
Tell you
like.
what, though, another game I do want to play, which I would have probably already bought had you got your rig a little bit earlier because yours would have come with was it Arc Raiders?
Yes, so there was a deal bundle, but the funds I had didn't become available until a day later, so I missed
Mm.
out by 24 hours. Um, but I mean, I can still buy it at some point. I don't know if it's worth playing at the moment. I mean, Helldivers, I do want to go back to that. But Arc Raiders did seem interesting. I need
Well,
to know a
I
little bit
will
more.
say with Arc Raiders there is the couple of people that I was playing Night Rain with.
Mm-hmm.
They've actually just messaged me and asked me, it's like, oh, did you want to come on and play Arc Raiders? Like, love to. Been looking at it, haven't actually got it yet. Is it any good? Apparently, it is really good.
Okay. Well, maybe that is something we could look into. We could always check with your friends and see if how many players it is for a team base, and then if I could join in with you, maybe. But if not, by all means, if give it a go and let me know.
Mm,
Because at the moment, I suppose we're talking about games now that we're looking forward to playing. Because obviously you just mentioned Eclair Obscure.
yeah.
Um, so I do intend to go back to Eclair Obscure at some point. Sorry, just quickly, but before we go on, because of the new content that they released, some new bosses, and apparently some of the bosses are so ground-numbingly hard that I reckon you'd love them. Um,
Probably.
one
I
apparently,
mean, I had to go through the 156 parry fight and
oh,
I had, well, I know you could parry or dodge, but I wanted to parry it all.
no, so you might like this one then. So, I mean, obviously that one was quite repetitive because you're just timing the parry every time it's doing it. Yes, that one we're
Yeah.
talking about. This one is also a parry monster one, but you can only damage it if you can parry it.
Oh, as in through counterattacks.
Exactly. I
Cool.
know nothing more than that, but apparently that is a boss that is a super hard boss. Then it does multiple different attacks, and you have to parry to damage it. And there's some that have
That
like
sounds
20.
fun.
So there's some apparently there's some really good tough fights in it. So I do intend to go back and play through it eventually because I do
Yeah.
kind of want to. Oh yeah, no, I just generally want to get back into it and just do some more exploring because I didn't do I think 100% all everything. I did like maybe 70%, 80% of it, but I really wanted to get through the story and then do the extra stuff afterwards. Because at that point I was getting into playing Tales Through Daybreak and I was getting ready for the trail stuff and
Yeah, that's
um,
the thing. I've got into Act 3 now, and
mm,
I haven't gone to the area that you're supposed to go. I've gone round collecting a load of stuff, leveling up, and doing all these other crazy
yes,
things.
I would do everything else first a little bit because if you go to where you're supposed to, it can basically lock. There's a point of no return, but it's a very short chapter if you were just to go there.
Oh, fair
So
enough.
I would just explore. There's tons and tons of extra dungeons areas that add to the plot as well. So I generally would go exploring. It's not well like displayed about what things you could miss. So definitely have a look around. There's a couple of world bosses on the world map. There's a couple of zones. There's a really good zone that you can level up at if you want to talk about it after we've done the podcast for
Yes.
spoilers. Um, but yeah, so going back to that one. So game wise, I am looking forward to doing that. For me, this is going to be the year of the RPG. I'm pretty sure because just come out this week is Trails Beyond the Horizon, which is the current game in the Trail series. I've done a couple of short videos, though I'm not very good at them yet. I am slowly getting better at building up the videos. I intend to do a lore video on the guilds and Erebonia and Calvard, things I've already done that I can talk about that doesn't spoil anything in terms of the individual games, but gives you a bit of insight into the world and where you might want to start. So if people are enjoying these, let me know because I want to try and do some more short videos. But yeah, that came out, and I do really want to play that because once I've finished that one, I intend to go back and play. That came out September of last year, Trails in the Sky remake. Because at the end of this, I think autumn of this year coming or fall, they're doing the second chapter of the remake out as well.
All right.
So if I time it right, I can kind of play that be ready for that one, and then play that one, and then I could move it maybe into the cross-bill games, so that I'm still playing something all the way through. So I'm going to be playing at least 5 or 6, maybe 7 RPGs this year, no problem. And then obviously I'm playing Resident Evil 9 in March and February, unless it's February, but I
I
think it's
can't wait
March.
to watch that.
And then no, I think it's February actually. February is Resident Evil, and March is Monster Hunter Stories 3. Which do you know what? I think I would like to play that as a side-on-side multiplayer review, or maybe I'm playing it and streaming it, and you would watch for comments because I think that could be, especially if you don't intend to play it.
What one's that?
Monster Hunter Stories 3, so it's an RPG of Monster
Yeah,
Hunter.
to be fair, I probably wouldn't play it, so yeah, wouldn't mind sort of, even if you stream it and we do it that way.
Yes, we could probably stream it, and then literally we could you could get an insight into it. Even if it's like an introduction, because sometimes you might go, do you know what? I don't want to see any more of it because I don't want to spoil it for myself. Fine, but I think it'd be quite good because then you could kind of guide me and go, oh, do you know what? Pick that monster up, and it'd be kind of fun to have someone with some rapport as we're playing it. So that could be quite good. And I
Yeah.
need to
I
complete the
mean, to
second
be
one as
fair, it
well.
is one of those ones. I mean, I've played the first a bit. I've not played the second. It's not the type of game that I'm interested in when it comes to the Monster Hunter sort of franchise.
Yeah, it's a weird one for me because obviously you're fighting alongside your monster, and it's like rock paper scissors. The second one does evolve quite nicely from the first, but I'm in that kind of repetitive mode where I haven't completed it yet, but do I feel like I should do before it comes out. So I might re-download and install it, and then do some gameplay videos of it, and then finish the game ready for the third. Or I might just go back to the second one and complete it. I mean, the thing is, apparently this one's set hundreds of years later, so there's nothing to do with the second game or the first game, apparently. It's like a different, like a whole different setting and scenario. So apparently, none of the characters, I think, should be any relevance to the previous two games. So maybe I don't have to complete the second one yet. I can go back and play it and finish it once I've played the third one. So there's that one too.
Well, if that's the case, that's not too bad.
Yeah, but Magnum Arlo's in it, so I'm like, oh god, I didn't need to know that. So if he's in that, then
Yeah.
oh man, I don't even know all them. They haven't revealed too many of the monsters. So if they're using some of them on newer ones, we could see. I mean, I think Volcano and Nergigante are in the second game. So if in that case,
Oh
then
God.
I know, right? I'm screwed. But it means that at the very least, there's like an age of discovery again with it. So absolutely, I'm going to be looking forward to playing it. So yeah, we've got Trails of Burning Horizon, Trails in the Sky, Resident Evil 9, Monster Hunter Stories 3, and that's just talking about the first half of this year.
Hmm.
And so I have no idea what else is coming out. There could be talk about the new Final Fantasy coming at some point because there's rumors that it's almost finished. So there could be maybe a teaser trailer. So I am playing for Rebirth very, very slowly because I want to kind of get all the content that I missed out on the first playthrough I did about 2 years ago. Um, but also just kind of have it completed on the PC because then I can kind of go, great, I've done PC and PS5. I'm ready for whichever version I get next. Because I might play it on PC just so I can record it easier, or I might get it on PlayStation. So it's just trying to work out the best options for that as well. So
Yeah.
gaming wise, I am going to be a busy beaver. So yeah, I mean, I think you've probably got at least a few games you're looking forward to this year.
None off the top of my head really that I can think of. I was really looking forward to Code Vein 2, but then they took away the multiplayer, so not really interested in
Yeah.
that anymore.
Do you know what? I had a really good time playing Code Vein the first time with you in multiplayer, just because it was just something fun to play, and the game was still hard because like if you weren't careful, you would die, and you've got to team up, and um, it just felt like a lot of fun, and you could get in the way of your own attacks if you weren't careful. So when I was shooting, I had to be careful not to shoot you, which is harder than it looks. Um, so I mean, you never know. They could put it in. I'm going to wait for a while to see what the consensus of Code Vein 2 is, and
Hmm.
if they do have in the planned in the future some kind of multiplayer add-on, then I might come back and look at that at some point. Um, but
If
yeah,
they do, that would be really good, and I'd probably look at that as well.
oh god, I forgot. I need to play Digimon Time Stranger as well because that's another RPG that they
I
did.
love Digimon.
Oh man, they so you need to play the Cyber Sleuth games because they this is like the kind of the third one, but it's its own kind of it's set in the same universe as it, but it's kind of its own thing now. So it's very RPG-y. You level up your Digimon, and the cool mechanic is literally you can unlock so many different evolutions, and it's like
Hmm.
working out which your favorite one, then have it in your team. Like I literally went for every single version of Greymon that I could find. Like I had War Greymon. I think I could get War Greymon X if potentially. I had the gun version of Greymon where he didn't have sword. He didn't have like blade hands. He had guns for hands. Um, yeah, I went for literally every. Like I went for tons. Shine Greymon. There was like tons of different variants of Digimon. I was like, you know what? This game, I'm going to collect everything and just go nuts with it. Um, so the third one looks great. It's a bit expensive apparently, but also there's been some kind of talk from I heard about the DLC. So I'm just going to kind of maybe wait till it gets a bit cheaper, pick it up, and then play that as well this year. So a lot of catching up on RPGs for me this year.
Yeah, there is definitely quite a lot to be going through.
Actually, saying that, we mentioned like you're really enjoying Clair Obscura. So there is a
Hmm.
game coming out that's a remake. I think it's called Sword and Fairy. It might be Sword and Fairy 4.
Hmm.
Please correct me if I'm wrong at the bottom. I'm not looking at anything. I'm not looking on any kind of Wikipedia or looking on any kind of website at the moment. But that one is being remade, and looking at the screenshots and the trailer gameplay, it looks very reminiscent of Clair Obscur in terms of turn-based with dodge mechanics, parrying, all that kind of jazz.
Ooh.
So I'm fine with that because if it adds something interesting, I would download that. I did try Fairy and Sword and Fairy 7 briefly on Game Pass, um, and the gameplay was really fun actually. I didn't get very far into it, but I would probably go back and play some of those because they're actually kind of fun. Though I don't know if I need to play any of them in any particular order. I need to see if I need to play anything before round four. But the four remake could be kind of fun to give a go. So yeah, in fact, when it comes out, I'll let you know. And then if you want to play
Yeah,
it
please do.
together, that could be kind of fun.
No, that definitely sounds it. The thing is, we need some really good like multiplayer games.
Yeah, I mean, we had Helldivers. We did try Elden Ring Night Rain, but I wasn't really much. It wasn't really impressing me. That's not that again. That's not a complaint. Before I get shouted down by the Soul game players, um, I just there was something about it that it was just because I think it was probably 'cause I was chasing you all the time, and I wasn't understanding the whole mechanics as well. Because like you have to keep dashing around, and if you're not quick enough, you could get damage from it from the area effect shrinking in. So you've got to
Oh
try
yeah.
and you got to basically run about, kill things quickly and effectively to get the upgrades you need, and then get the hell out of dodge to get in to fight the boss. And then I've won like I think if I were to really get into it better later, maybe I could enjoy it. But yeah, I don't know. It just didn't gel. I mean, I got it for cheap anyway, so it was fine. But maybe I need to kind of think about, maybe spending a bit of time. I'm off next week anyway, for a week.
Oh, fair play.
So maybe I could pick it up and give it a go again. But yeah, we'll just see.
God, I felt like I need another week off already.
Yeah. Um. So yeah. So gameplay wise, that's what we're looking forward to for 2026. Oh, I am doing KupoCon this year. So I didn't. So I've not done a convention in ages, very very long time, and I figured why not give it a go. So it's a Final Fantasy fan convention. If people are still interested in going, I don't know if there's still tickets available, but if you look online, they do I think some day tickets and weekend. Well, they do weekend tickets, so it's definitely worth giving it a look if you're a fan of Final Fantasy. I've been crafting like a kind of a cool autograph book with my 3D printer, just because you know what, if I'm gonna go
Yeah, I
down,
know
I'm,
you
I'm gonna,
actually. Do you know what you mentioned that? I haven't actually seen it yet.
Well, so I've been 3D printing out. So I was trying to print up a proper plastic cover to go over a book and make it like kind of like a giant tome for like a summoner. But for whatever reason, my printer just kept, even with the settings being tweaked a little bit, it wasn't sticking down on such a large surface area. So what I did instead is I started to make props to stick onto a book. So like the old like those old bronzed, golden looking book corners that stick on the outside of a book to protect the
Oh,
edges.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I made about four of those to spray paint and paint gold. They're on
I
the
have
side.
gold.
Yep.
You know I have gold spray paint, right?
Well, what I'll do then is I'll bring them in tomorrow with me, and then if you want
Yeah.
to borrow them and spray them for me, that'd be amazing.
Yeah,
Um,
sure, we'll do.
I've made the meteor symbol from the Rising, which is a kind of it's like a circle with like wavy lines, kind of like a meteorite symbol from Final Fantasy 14, to stick in the middle of the book on the front cover. And then I've got like a crystal blue gemmed adhesive to stick in the center of it. And then I'm going to print out the FF14 symbol on the back to put on the other side of the book. So then I'm hoping that with all that done, it will look pretty damn sweet.
It does sound like it's going to be pretty cool. But yeah, bring those in. I'll get them painted for you.
Oh, thanks, man. Um, I've been doing quick little prints with them. My only goal is I need to find a book that's kind of leather bound, like a kind of a hard-ish cover. I mean, I suppose it could work with a soft cover, couldn't it, with leather? Um,
Hmm.
but I'm trying to figure something that would look good, the way it all goes together. Um, so yeah, we'll look it out. I mean, if I can find some kind of tome book, I'm going to get that done, stick them on the top, and then I've got a cool autograph book for the autograph because there's some famous voice actors coming there. So from Final Fantasy 10 to Tactics to Final Fantasy 14, and I figured, do you know what? If I'm going to get some autographs and maybe some potential selfies with them, um, I would like to kind of have something memorable to go into my book collection because I've got some of the art books from 14 and the Encyclopedia Ausias, which you got me one of them, I think, potentially. Be kind of nice to have it all kind of have a nice kind of memory of it. And if I really do enjoy the event, then I'll go next year if they do one, or over to maybe other conventions. So the only question is, do I dress like I do on this avatar? So do I wear the hat and the jacket and shirt and just
Yes.
go? Really? Oh God.
Yes.
Well,
You go as indie.
I go as indie. I mean, I can. So that's gonna be fun. Yeah. Okay. Well, if anyone is going to CuproCon, if you
Keep,
see
keep a lookout for Indiana Jones.
if you see someone who looks like this in real life, in this outfit, it's me. Even if he sounds like me and says, "No, no, no, I'm just cosplaying as him," it is me. Say hi, and just tell me your stories about like what you enjoy about it. So, have you been before, and have you anything you'd recommend in terms of what to do there? Any highlights that you thought was really good? I haven't done a convention in a long, long time. Um, Probably my convention experience was things called Amecon or Iacon for those who are probably very old, which were really fun conventions to do with like anime and gaming and stuff. But I always felt like I was getting older, but everyone was staying the same age. So after a while, I was kind of like, yeah, I don't know if I can keep up with these youngins. So do you know what I
You
think?
ain't no spring chicken no more.
True, but it's still good to kind of get out there and do some adventuring, and
Oh,
uh,
definitely.
it'd be good to kind of see how it goes. So yeah, if you see me in this outfit at CooperCon, give me a wave, say hello, tell me, definitely share some fun stories because I would love to see what the community's like there and just kind of generally have a bit of a kind of find out what your favorite Final Fantasy game was, maybe, or favorite moment, or what you plan to play for in terms of future Final Fantasy games, just anything in general. So, just let me know. Yeah,
I
be great.
genuinely can't remember the last Final Fantasy game I played. You know that, right?
I mean, I know which one I'm playing. I've just finished playing. Playing Final Fantasy 14 and Rebirth again. Your favorite Final Fantasy that you've played? Obviously,
I
because
don't know.
You,
Like I said, I have played Final Fantasy games. I'm not like uneducated, but it's one of those ones that, I mean, I could say Final Fantasy 7, but obviously that is a given because that's like iconic. I did quite like 10.
I'm going to have a very unpopular opinion in terms of what people are going to say on this. If anyone comments on this video,
No, my
um,
chocolate.
7 was my first Final Fantasy game, and it was amazing. But I was young at the time. I was like 11, 12, I think, maybe a bit younger
Ah, Baby Edge.
when I played 7. I borrowed it from a friend at the time to give it a go and play, and around that time I had been playing other RPGs. So I'd been playing Panzer Dragoon Saga. So if no one knows what that is one of my favorite top 10 RPGs of all time. And if you want me to explain why in a video, let me know. Um, I had played Wild Arms, and I'd played, and I don't know if this is ever going to butcher this, Suikoden. So some really good, different, like some Konami, Mediavision, and I think Team Andromeda was for all those games for RPGs. So I had literally played a multitude of different games at that point. I was very lucky to be able to experience them. Because back then we could rent games still. So I rented
Mm.
Suikoden, which was so that's how I could do it. Um, Wild Arms was a present that I got from my dad because he bought himself a PlayStation so we could all play together. And
Do you know what I feel a video we could do at one point?
go on.
Like old like PlayStation 2 games, stuff like that, like hidden gems. Games you haven't really, because I mean that Legend of the Dragon, I'll be honest, I've not heard of it.
Panzer Dragoon.
But yeah,
Do you know
not
what?
actually heard of it.
I am happy to do that. What we could probably have to do is we'll have to somehow screen capture some of the gameplay, but I still have my Sega Saturn and I still have the copies of the game safe for prosperity. But yeah, so 7 was my first one. However, the one that had more impact for me was Final Fantasy 8. And the reason for that was one, it was the first Final Fantasy game I completed. 7 I didn't complete until a bit later because, as I said, I borrowed the game from a friend and I didn't get to complete it because I didn't own the game until later on. But 8 was the first one I got to own, and emotionally, there were some really good moments in that game that was like, this is great. And Triple Triad. So Triple Triad was an amazing mini game that I loved so much back in the day. Um, Obviously, there's a kind of a divide on the junction system and how that worked, and there's going to be people who didn't like the game compared because it wasn't 7. 7's a bit of a tough one because no matter what game came out after 7 for the Final Fantasy sequel, it was going to get compared to the previous one. And with Westerners back
Mm.
in those days, you didn't understand that they didn't have to be all linked in terms of a sequel. It could be set in another universe, or it could be just a totally different story that had no bearing on the previous one. Once it had happened, when I played 9, I understood that. And I was like, oh, okay, this is making sense now. 10 has a special place in my heart because it was it was the PS2 RPG for Final Fantasy, had voice acting in it, and it was a really well done story in terms of character moments with Tidus. I say Tidus, I'm not saying Tidus. Yuna,
I would have said Titus as well.
yeah, Oren. There's some amazing moments in that. Again, none of the Final Fantasy games are perfect, but they do some amazing moments here and there. And that for me, 8 was probably one of my favorites. People are going to hate that probably, but I think everyone's going to have their own personal favorite Final Fantasy. 8 definitely. I mean, even the summons. I enjoyed the summons, not the button mashing with the boost system, but dear lord. But it just felt more interesting for me. So that 8 is probably going to be one of my favorites. The favorite one, probably in more recent years, up until Endwalker, it's probably already spoiled by saying that, is Final Fantasy XIV. and I can tell you exactly when I was like, yeah, no, this is going to be one of my
Can
favorite
you
games.
really spoil a game just by saying the name of the game that comes after?
Well, Endwalker's
Is
an
that a
expansion.
thing? Is that a thing?
Well, Final Fantasy XIV, when you have played the main story all the way through from base, well, I joined doing Stormblood, but I played from the base game up through Stormblood, up until the end of Endwalker. When I reached the end point of Endwalker, the amount of attachments you made to the characters, all the lore, all the story you played through, there's some really emotional bits in that, and I would
Mm.
say that for a Final Fantasy game, that hit me the hardest of any Final Fantasy game I had played before since. Um, like 7, obviously people will go Aerith's death, that kind of stuff. But when I was playing 14 and getting to the end of Endwalker, which I really wish like there was even if you're just playing the main story and not doing the side content, because there's so much you can do in that game until that point. Um, it just hit really well. They did a really good job, and then obviously at the moment I know with Dawn Trail, the sequel expansion, which is kind of like a reset. It's had hits and misses with people. Um,
Mm.
I'm still I still enjoy playing Final Fantasy 14, and just I'm hoping that obviously the story continues really well. But yeah, no, that's one of my favorite Final Fantasies.
Fair. Yeah, I think, like I said, I've not really played many Final Fantasies. I don't know, I've completed even less of them.
Do you know what? I agree. It's people. I would like to know how many people have actually completed every Final Fantasy game they've played. So I'll be honest. I've done 7.
I
Uh,
have not done 7.
I've done 8.
It's on my to-do list, but I have not done 7 yet.
9. I think I got to the final boss, and then for whatever reason, I just stopped. I don't know if it's like my 8. Like I just was playing, and I think I remember I was at my dad's, and we were playing. I was playing in the small bedroom where the PlayStation was kept, and yeah, for whatever reason, I think it might have been. Yeah, I was in secondary school. I was getting ready to do exams and stuff. I was just like, I'll come back to it, and then it never came back. 10, I completed. 10-2, I was trying to 100% everything in it first time, and I got bored and stopped because it's just too much grind. Um, 11 was an MMO, which I did play briefly, and I mean, there's no real completion time, but I only played for like a few months, and then things went wrong with my PC at the time. Um, 12, I never touched because I just didn't like the look of Van, and it just felt the gameplay was just so far different from what I was used to that from watching videos and gameplay stuff, I was like, yeah, no, I maybe not for me. 13 I played, and I completed 13, and I completed 13-2. I didn't get chance to play Lightning Returns. Um, 14 I'm obviously playing. 15 I didn't touch. 16 I have almost completed, but again, I was about 90% of the way through, and then for whatever reason I just stopped playing. Um, and again, I it seemed to be a drop off point for me for somewhere, and I need to go back and finish it because I do want to finish it. Um, but yeah, that's my. I mean, I've played through 1, and I think I played through 3, completed that. I never played 4. I didn't play 5. 6, I have tried to play several times, but for whatever reason, I can't seem to get invested, and I don't know why. It looks fun, and it's not because I'm not bored from playing it, but for whatever reason, I don't know why. I just can't seem to get invested into 6. Does that make sense in terms of anything? Like you're playing a game, you kind of want to play it, but for whatever reason, you
It's
can't.
just it's not doing it for you. Yeah, no, I've played games like that.
I mean, if anyone's got any tips, like as well for 6, like anything I can do to maybe play it, let me know. But yeah, There's that. I mean, the thing is, like, I kind of like playing a lot of RPGs, like Wild Arms. When I can get hold of those, for example, Suikoden was really good fun. Grandia. There's so many RPGs that I have played in the past that I really just want to kind of keep messing around with those a little bit.
See,
So,
one of my favorites was a PS2 game, Blood Will Tell.
ooh, okay, I haven't heard that one before.
That is a really good one. So, bit of a long and short of it, because again, we'll probably go into into that in the hidden gems video. You start off as you're a samurai,
Yeah.
and all of your body parts were stolen by demons.
Oh, okay, that sounds really cool.
The game starts in black and white. You don't get
Oh,
color until you're able to beat it and get your eyes back. Then you can see color. You don't even have vibration when the game starts until you get your central nervous system back. Really well thought out and well done game.
I think I need to find this game at some point. Absolutely.
I'm sure I ain't got a PS2 to play it on, but I'm sure I've still got the disc up in the attic.
I've got a PS2. So maybe we could find it and give it a go and see if we can record some gameplay of it because that would be really
Yeah,
fun. I mean, I've got my capture card, so maybe if we can get that working, we can get that. Maybe I could bring it over to yours and see if we can get it copying in some way. But
yeah.
yeah, no, that sounds really good. Well, yeah. So in the next couple of weeks, then we will release a hidden gems. You think of, I tell you what, think of like 5 games that are hidden gems that you think are worth playing, and how.
I've got 2 off the bat, and I need to probably put a bit of thought into the rest of them.
Yeah, because I reckon if we have 5 each, then we can kind of decide if we want to do all 5 or keep a couple back and then spend a bit of time talking about each one. Because sometimes it could take like we could go on about hours for certain games. So if we think of 5, then it could be a mini series. So yeah, we'll do that. I will use my vast RPG knowledge that is limited to my own brain to kind of remember what I have played and the hidden gems that I think people may have not played or heard of before.
Yeah, I've probably got 5. 2 of them are technically the same because one of them's a continuation from the other. But yeah, I've probably got 5.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds like a good plan. We will do that. So, yeah, so I think I would say the W word then, we've rambled on for a bit there. So, the last thing I kind of wanted to do, which I know I mentioned to you before.
I don't like this.
So, we want to do a kind of a mini segment where, and again, if I can find a way of doing it visually, I kind of figured like if Capcom were needing ideas for
No, they don't.
crazy
Not
variants
your ideas.
on new. I mean, the thing is, every time I've given you one, you've been like, "Why? Why?" So I reckon we can come up with some really cool.
The only reason I say why is because they're fucking horrible. The thought of actually fighting some of the things that you come out with is terrifying.
Okay, so people in the comments, I know I have asked a lot of you this podcast. So for the Monster Hunter fans out there, we're going to have a kind of a mini game here where we create a fusion between 2 monsters that we think would benefit getting some of the features or mechanics from another creature to make a really cool variant. One of the first ones I had said, which I think we should mention here, is a Rajang with the power of Chameleos. Because
Absolutely not. An invisible Rajang is just
a
terrifying.
Rajang that can go invisible and you're like, I can block this, and then he punches you from behind. Like you can't see him, then the beam comes from nowhere. I mean, that was a starting one. It might not be the worst one we could think of, but I reckon that would be an invisible Rajang would be really cool. I reckon, especially like if he even creates like after images. Imagine like he's moving so fast, you think you can see the image of what looks to be
I
Chameleos.
don't think that's Rajang and Camillus. I think that's more going to be Rajang and ah, Nagakuga. But the
Oh,
white scar Nagakuga one.
that could be kind of cool actually. So kind of a similar thing for Chameleos then, where they can get because I mean the Nagaku can go invisible as well technically. So it's like Imagine like just you think you're seeing what it is, and it's just moved somewhere else, and you think, "Oh, sugar, I'm being killed." So that to me is kind of cool. You had one, I think, as well, didn't you?
Uh, well, again, a lot of these are just going to include Rajang because itself is terrifying. But I'm more thinking like Rajang Gypsedos.
Oh,
So
we fake dies.
really hard fight. It's like right, it's done, finally done. You start carving it, and it literally just turns around, grabs you, and just goes, "I'm a firing my lasers!" Bah! In your face.
Do you know what I think?
Yeah.
No, I think that you can have a different one, like Arakajan, the fire monkey, with Valstrax. He's doing the shoulder. He's doing the shoulder badge of God.
No, no, we discussed this. It needs to be Kongala Valstrax. It's just flying through the air, supersonic speed by its farts.
Okay, that's kind of cool. I'll give you that. Oh, okay. So
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it.
what about like a Gammoth with Teostra, where he does his nuclear blast attack because he's so big, the blast is like 4 to 5 times the size of a normal like Teostra blast.
Gamathodogoron. Something that's massive that jumps around is really bloody quick as well.
I mean, needed a lot of space for that, definitely. Ooh, that
Oh
little
god, yeah.
that puppet one with
I can never remember what it's called, but for people who are aware of the Monster Hunter series, I think it's at the end of Generations Ultimate. It's the praying mantis thing, which uses all of the armor, all like the Dragonators and everything, and uses them like with silk and yeah. I need to find its name.
yeah. I
Sorry,
mean
I'm eating
that
chocolate.
someone sent me a screenshot of that thing controlling Omega. I mean Omega's going to be only like a partial seasonal event thing. Well, like a
Yeah.
game. So like we can't always say it's going to be around for that. But I mean that'd be kind of cool. Terrifying. Um, ooh, what about let's see, Lagiacrus with like Rathalos, so it can fly as well.
King of the. I know. The
King of the
guy. Yeah.
Seas, King of the
Yeah. King of the
Seas
Seas and
and
King of the Sky.
Sky. So it can fly
It
into the
is king.
it can fly, raining down lightning bolts, go into the water, come back out again, and it's just gonna be like it's really like a sea dragon. It doesn't have to have wings. It can just fly somehow. Like when we fought oh god, I can't remember his name. The one where in Sunbreak where it was back in um the eastern area and it was like controlling all
Mm.
the storms, but it had no wings. It was just kind of fly.
Oh, I want to say New Udra, but that's the newer game.
I mean, even Thunder Way and even like Thunder thing god like Nawa like
Yeah, Nawa, but the male counterpart. I can't remember its name.
it had no wings. So I
Ibushi,
mean,
Ibushi, Ibushi.
yeah, like imagine having like sort of the ability for like Agris to fly. So it's like you think you're safe on the ground, you're not. You are go to
You
the high
are the
ground, it
safe.
just flies up and shoots you with lightning. It'd be like almost like a blue Shenron. That'd be kind of cool. So,
I can't really think of any other combos off the top of my head.
um,
All of these have been terrifying though.
well, I mean, what about? Oh God, what about Devil Joe and Arkveld?
That is nightmare fuel.
Because I mean, like
That is nightmare fuel.
he'd have longer arms maybe with whip chains, or maybe his teeth are whip chains that just whip out and pull you into his mouth. So like he's got like a kind of like a beard.
I do want Devil Joe to come back
I reckon he's going to come back.
in Wilds because obviously he weren't in Rise and Sunbreak. I want him to come back.
Oh my God, yeah, he'll be back absolutely. So yeah, if you like that little kind of snippet, let us know your fusions at the bottom as well. I reckon we've got some
I think we
fun
need
with
to
that.
chat GBT these. It's like take this monster and combine them.
I'll let you do that because I reckon that'd be fun. Well, maybe we could both do it and just like combine these two monsters together to create something grotesque and an abomination of God.
And
So
just find out which one's the worst.
absolutely. Next time we will do one. I will make an image. You can make an image. We can then share them, and I'm like, oh Lord, what is this? So yeah,
Chaotic Gormagala and
absolutely. So, so yeah,
I'm not being
Yep.
Funny, that would look elegant as shit.
Oh, Lord. So, this is the first podcast of 2026. To recap this last 50 minutes, we're all doing fine. We've come back into a new year. Sryth has been playing Expedition 33. I have been playing kind of 14 and Rebirth and doing stuff ready for CuproCon and getting ready for a load of RPGs. Keep an eye out this week as well, because I'm going to be releasing some movie reviews for potentially Rental Family and Primate. Reason why I have not released them too much just yet is because I feel like I've been a bit too harsh on the videos. I need to kind of be more objective, so I'll be releasing those this week. And we've also got a plan of attack for apparently doing Hidden Gems videos. So yeah, that's all happened in this last 50 minutes.
Yeah, that's actually quite a lot.
I know, right? So thank you again for joining us on this podcast. Again, we really do appreciate you guys joining and watching. If you like our banter, like, comment, subscribe. If you want us to do particular content together or stream any particular games, please comment. I really do enjoy people commenting or at least sort of giving us some insight into what they think is good. And as always, peace out, and I hope you have a fantastic January.
Bye, bye.